Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious number 23. If my notes are to be believed, this is Jordan. Actually, this is not Jordan, but this is episode number Michael Jordan. I am one of your hosts this evening. I am Larry, a.k.a. Bluemanrule, and I am joined, as usual, by my partner in crime, the man who hates sneaking around to do anything. It is none other than Mike, a.k.a. Real Scarfinger, a.k.a. Real Talk. What's up, man?
Man, you know what? You're right. And if you join, then I'm LeBron. I'll be 23 LeBron.
You're gonna be 23. Okay. You take the Bron. See, a lot of people, man. I think, man, boy, like I run the matchup in my head, like in their prime, and I run the matchup in my head, and I say, okay, who would win? Because Bron has the physical on Mike. He's a couple inches taller. He's bigger, but I don't think he had that. I don't think he has that mental ability.
No, he has the mental. He doesn't have the killer instinct. I guess I'm gonna do it myself then. Like, he doesn't have that. Like, he is.
I'm gonna do it myself then.
When he needs to take over a game, he'll take over a game, and he'll take over a game. But he wants his teammates to be involved. And Jordan is I don't need y'all. I don't need nobody. Like, he's that guy.
Yeah, he is. I don't know, man. I think that MJ had a squad around him, and even though he didn't need them, he needed them, right? Because if you didn't have people knocking down trays, and if you didn't have people like Pippen making hard matchup circumstances for other folks, then I mean, come on, man. I mean, really?
Everybody. Well, I mean, when you think about it, everybody who we know of as like winner guy, they all had at least one Hall of Famer with them.
That's true. I mean, it takes two, right? I can understand that.
It takes at least two. In basketball, it takes at least two. I would say football also, because you need a lot of people in football.
You do. Well, in football, that's a massive team sport. You have 6 more people on the field per side. So, you need quite a bit more folks and a lot of other roles to be played properly before anything can actually happen. So, hey, you might want to unplug and plug back in your mic. I don't know if that'll help you. Because it's for some reason it ain't acting right, dog. And I know you're using the blue snowball, but it ain't acting like it want to act. It ain't acting right.
Okay, unplug, replug.
You done. You good. Don't do anything. Okay. You good now, player. You good now, man. I looked at the cameras too that you sent me, man. And dude, they had like a 600 series that was refurbished on sale for like $38, and I'm thinking, yeah, I might get that.
I started to get a better one, but I was like, you know what? I just need something to do HD, and I ain't about to push it no further than that, because I mean, other than this, I don't really do much video.
That's true. So, but you got to change that, though. You got to change that, man, because
I want to stream. I really do. I want to stream. I've streamed a little bit. Hold on. I clicked the. Hold on. I clicked the video and I was hearing everything twice.
Right. I've done that many times.
Okay. All right. So I pulled that up so I can look at the the chat. The homie Awakened Heathen is in the building.
Oh, Awakened Heathen up in the building. Nice. What's going on?
It says it has said at one point it said we had 2 watching, but Awakened Heathen is in the building.
Okay, that's what's good, man. Well, what's up, man? We appreciate you dropping in, listening to us. Man, it's been a heck of a day for you, boy. Like, I mean, dude, all I've been doing today. Well, I'm going to this convention this evening, right? Or sorry, tomorrow. This weekend I'll be in Kansas City. It's a Planet Comic-Con convention. Okay. And of course, First Person Clothing will have a table out there, and asked me if I want to come up. So I told you guys it's been in the works for a while that I'll be going up there this weekend. So I'm gonna head up tomorrow, and instead of a 6-hour drive, I found out today it was a 5-hour and 9-minute drive, which is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let's go. I thought it was gonna be 6 hours, but I'll take 5 hours. So man, so yesterday I went and got my hair cut. And then today but so yesterday I went and got my hair cut and got my oil changed because I'm getting ready to drive 5 hours one direction, right? And then I went and got my tires rotated because it had been about 4 months since I got my tires rotated, but I only drive an average of 12,000 miles a year. So it's about 1,000 miles a month. And you're supposed to get it rotated every 5,000 miles. So I was like, okay, it's about that time. Come to find out, your boy had wear on 2 tires. So I had to buy 2 more tires. So I got a haircut, oil change, 2 tires. Nah, son, I ain't done yet. Because
tires is like the biggest racket ever.
Oh
like,
my gosh!
For my little car, it cost me $60 a tire, and that's the cheap jank.
Oh man, 60. Man, you're getting away with half of what I'm paying per tire.
Yeah, well, I know my cuz has a Challenger on 20s.
Oh,
and
he ain't
said,
life then.
He said you don't even want to know what I had to spend on this tire.
No, you don't.
He was like, look, my girl had a card. I put them janks on the card. I've been paying off them damn tires ever since.
Yep. That's how it works, man. That's how it works, dude. But, man. And I have just an SUV, so I have 16
I drive a Corolla, so I'm good.
Yeah, no, you good. You are good.
Yeah, I'm good.
But me, I'm just like, which has been leading me to like search for a lot of different cars and stuff. We'll talk about my car search efforts here later. But because it has a little bit of the keeping up with the Joneses in it that I think you'll find very funny and very appreciative. You appreciate quite a bit. But
that's not a good thing.
No, it's not. No, heck no, it's not. But let's talk about because that wasn't it. So then I went a long time ago. My wife, when she worked, she had a job where she drove quite a bit, and she would complain about her back hurt sometimes. So I bought her like this little Dr. Scholl's seat insert that had like the little things that massage the back, the upper back, the lower back, and the thigh, right, or like the hamstrings. And so, but she never used it for so long, and we've moved houses since well before I bought it for her. So in the move, somehow I lost the little.
Why is somebody knocking on my door?
Somebody knocking on your door?
I wasn't expecting nobody. Hold up.
All right, Scar, be careful, man. I hope he's careful. So I'm gonna go ahead. I want to tell a story. I don't want to go on too far into the story when Mike is gone, but ain't no telling, he might be getting a package of some kind. I don't know. I really have no clue. But I'll say this. So while I went to so I had to go to Radio Shack.
I was like, what the fuck is that you doing?
You're right. So I had to go to Radio Shack, and I had to get a. I don't even know.
My phone is over there because I'm recording the show.
Yeah, you know what? And I thought about that too. And I was like, oh.
Well, there it is. Anyway, nevertheless, so let's just get it in. So this is what happened. So
over here, and like not knocking the door and be like, dude, I was here.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
Yep, I'm still here. I'm waiting on you.
Okay, no. I thought I muted my mic. Shit.
Nah, you didn't mute your mic. You didn't mute your mic, no.
I thought I muted my mic. My bad.
No, it's all good, man. But no, I was telling, I guess, just Chase. I was saying, look here, man. So I had to go to Radio Shack and get a charger. So I went and got a charger, got that done. So now I can actually have it on the 5-hour ride. I get the little massage in there, but I can't do that on the way back because I'm going to be leaving late Sunday, and I can't do that on the way back because I might end up falling asleep, and we can't have that. So I had to do that. Then I was there. I was like, all right, I need air freshener for my car. And so I was like, oh, man, I just got my oil changed, and they give you this token to wash your car, but you don't want to waste the $8 token for the almost top of the end car wash. You don't want to waste that because all I'm going to do is drive and get bugs on it for 5 hours a second and then drive back another 5 hours, right? So that's 10 hours on the road, and I don't want to get the bugs on it. So I was like, all right, I just got to go wash it by hand. So I've been out there washing my car, scrubbing my car, and I was leaving, and I was like, we finally had the rain stop. Precipitation stopped finally because it's been coming down consistently for about a week straight. And I was like, I have to cut my grass. So I cut my grass this morning, and I trimmed the head. But before I could cut the grass, Mike, I have a dog.
I'm telling you, cutting the grass is my second least favorite thing to do around the house.
It's the bane of my existence. But add in the fact that my dog, Ubisoft Cumberbatch, poops, and I literally had about 5 pounds of poop in the bag, 5 to 8 pounds of poop in the trash bag before I could even start cutting the backyard. So that was no fun. So once I finish that, then I have to go and
you better train your dog to use a litter box.
Man, please. Nah, man. He already think he a cat. He always like rubbing up. Man, go somewhere. Go somewhere. You a dog. Act like a dog.
You know, I know people who have trained their dogs like they take a kiddie pool and for a dog. They take a kiddie pool and train the dog to poop in the kiddie pool and cover it up in the kiddie pool.
What? Who gonna clean that out? Like who gonna
it's easier to clean up that kiddie pool than it is for you to walk around trying to catch all them landmines in your yard, B.
Man, dog, I'm telling you, man. It was so much poop. And I had to get that done. And so now, before I leave, I'm just gonna get the dishes too. So I'm gonna get the dishes, all of that, and then man. It sucks so much. And then we ain't even talked about the pain that packing is. So Scar, you know, when you came to Facetious and stuff, and you know, you head out of town sometimes, and man, don't you hate it when you find something you be like, oh man, I was looking for this and I couldn't find it until right now when I really don't need it. Like,
I'm very particular about packing. Like I know exactly what I'm going to pack. I always overpack. I overpack for everything.
Me too. Yep.
So when I pack way too much stuff. That's the only problem that I have with packing. I always pack way too much.
You know, my wife says that, you know, you get ready longer than a girl. I'm like, well, you got to understand. It takes a whole lot of work to make this presentable. So your boy got to put in some work in the morning. I got to wash the face, got to shave, got to do all of that stuff, man. So I was just like, look, I got to put in extra work. You don't have to worry about that. I got to worry about that. And when I pack, like, man, I feel like, because I know a few people that have OCD, I feel like I have a mild OCD because when I pack everything in extreme sections. Like I have my underwear in one side of the bag, I have my clothes in a particular area, my shoes are aligned a certain way. It's like when I pack, I'm trying to maximize the geometric efficiency of the luggage. So
close Tetris.
Exactly. Hey, you know how it is, dog. I'm dropping them L blocks left and right, just like, hey, man, I'm getting it done as best as I can get it done. And yeah. So I'm gonna probably be up packing after we finish this. I'm gonna sit down and watch The Flash, which you told me I gotta watch. But I gotta finish. I gotta finish packing.
Bruh.
What's up, man? I know you ain't gonna try to give anything away, but I'm looking forward to what Flash is all about.
It's the very, very end.
Oh, really?
The very, very end.
I'm looking forward to that. I hope my prediction was right.
What's your prediction?
My prediction was that the dude in the glass was was like her old boyfriend or whatever. Caitlin, is that her name? That it was her old boyfriend Robbie or whatever that disappeared when the explosion happened and they created that vortex. I've said the whole time I thought that's who he was, but I might be wrong. I don't know. I don't care. I just hope I hope that's my prediction is right. But
I think it's dad. I think it's Barry's dad.
You think so?
Because of a couple weeks ago, was it last week or week before, where he mentioned that Garrick was his mother's maiden name?
Oh yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
And there ain't nothing that we know in our earth that'll pay that off.
That's true. I can say it. If you guys are not watching The Flash, you need to watch it. Oh, did you see all the movement that happened with DC executives recently? So,
yeah.
Jeff Johns, the guy who he began as a writer anyway, a comic DC writer anyway. He helped bring Arrow and Flash and Supergirl to the big screen. You know how they have Greg Berlanti there. So like as the producer, at CBS, and he's kind of like producing over the other shows. But Jeff Johns is a guy who upright it. So Jeff Johns is now taking on the Kevin Feige like role, like at Marvel, to try to help with integration. And so they also have another person who's stepping up in. So they have these streams of entertainment there at DC. So you're gonna have one. One with like TV, and the other with taking hold of the movies. And Jeff Johns is going to be helping with the movies, and he has an in with Ben Affleck because he's worked with Ben Affleck before. So hopefully he's going to be helping him with Justice League and the Batman movies, and even though I guess Wonder Woman and stuff, like all the movie stuff, he's going to be doing. And Jeff Johns has been around DC for years. So
you're about to be real happy.
What's that?
Your boy Facetious just put in the chat. That Netflix to adapt a Blade,
nice,
Ghost Rider, and Moon Knight series.
Nice.
Told you, look at you. As soon as I said Moon Knight,
yes, sir, man. Moon Knight is one of those. He's one of those characters that people are like. What's wrong with this dude? He kind of has multiple personalities, like Deadpool, but it doesn't manifest itself as readily as Deadpool. It's a lot of internal strife and an internal struggle, but Moon Knight is dangerous. Like that dude is ridiculous.
There was this comic book that I read, and I think it was discontinued. It didn't go very far. Now it might have been an Image comic. It was called Gemini, and it was about this guy. When he went to sleep, there was some corporation that would take over his body, and he was a superhero with powers and stuff. But when he went to sleep, he became this other guy, and they were in control of him.
Nice. That's nice. That's nice. I like writing like that. There's actually a guy in Oklahoma, and I have the actual comic book here. So when you take off on something, I think I can go find it. But it's about, and it was at the beginning of President Obama's election, like the first one. He wrote a story about a black president who was also a superhero, but no one knew except like his chief of staff and his family. Now that's it. But it's pretty cool.
What is the name of that? There's a book that I was reading where this superhero, who was like one of the old-timey superheroes, he got fed up and kind of went a little crazy. And in order to make his point about cleaning up what's wrong with the corruption and stuff, he killed the president live during the State of the Union or something.
Whoa.
He went up there, killed him, and then like, let me explain to you why I did this. Like,
wow,
yo, it's crazy. I can't think of the name of it. I think it might be. I don't know if it was called like Black Summer or something like that.
That's crazy. Man.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, the dude just rolled up, killed the president. Yeah, it's called Black Summer.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean,
it's an Avatar. It's Avatar comic book. But basically, it said the plot revolves around the consequences of superhero John Horace, who kills the president of the United States and several of his advisors.
Ooh.
And it's 7 issues, and it details the aftermath of what he did.
And that's tough.
Yeah.
Boy. No, I'm really excited. You know, we talked a little bit. If you guys are unaware, Mike and I, along with the co-host from Geeks for the Win, did a Captain America Civil War roundtable podcast this week, and it was fantastic. So go listen to it. It's on OpenForumRadio.com. You can search for Open Forum Radio or OFR Cast, and you'll be able to find it either way. But please check it out. We talked.
You can send me that file. I'm putting it up on my show too.
Oh, I'll send you that file tonight. Send Space cool? Yeah, it works. All right, cool. Yeah, I edited and everything, man. Got a little trailer in there. Pretty good, man. Okay. It's pretty good. But you guys need to check it out. We talked about, in that particular podcast, we discussed the legacy that is Black Panther. Man. They rolled on some Black Panther. Like, Black Panther is great. Now Michael B. Jordan is confirmed to be in the movie. The cast, according to Kevin Feige, is going to be 90% African American. And
did you see the news today?
No. What is the news today?
John Boyega
Who?
How you pronounce? But from the brother from Star Wars, B.
What? Nah, that's gonna be all. That's gonna be all, son. No, that movie's gonna be ridiculous now.
Yeah, buddy, bruh, it's about to go down.
It's about to go down. It's about to be on now. Now, is Black Panther 2018? Is that what it is?
Don't matter, because you know it is. There's a hashtag. Black. It's called. I think it's called Black Panther So Lit.
Yes. Black Panther So Lit. Black Nerd Comedy was he put that in his video. He sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That joint is hilarious. Thomas, we can be cooking out before the movie.
We out there barbecuing.
Yeah, we can be out there barbecuing.
You have some brown bags.
Yeah, I shared one on Facebook, and it was just a bunch of like screenshots from Twitter and stuff like that. Nobody does this stuff better than Twitter.
I have to say, Twitter is pretty reliable when it comes to memeing the heck out of something. Like, and
Twitter is best for events.
Yeah. Well, there are moments like so. The official Twitter app has this specific section of Twitter. You know how you have all of your direct messages and your mentions and things like that. Well, at the very top on the app, they have a particular screen that's called is it events? Let me double check. But it's just about the things that are going on in the world right now. It has a little lightning bolt on mine, and it says like today. And so it's all about its moments, I think, and it's all about certain topics. So you got the election 2016, NBA playoffs, other news, sports, and you can break it down into other categories. But the most popular categories and topics populate to the front of it. So it's the first tab that you get a chance to see. So, oh man, did you see this? Did you see this?
Did I see what?
All right, y'all. According to U.S. News, George Zimmerman has sold the gun he used to kill Trayvon Martin.
I specifically chose not to give this any press from me. I'm not speaking about it. I'm not sharing no memes. I'm not giving this any more press than that. I'm not giving this any more press. Sorry, I'm not saying a word.
It's all good.
I'm not saying a word. I mean, you already know what it was because of all of the people who donated money to him in the first place. Yep. So you had to understand that it was going to be it was going to be a pretty decent deal. But I'm not giving this any press. Sorry.
I hear you. In other news, some good news though. Remember we talked about, I think it was a couple episodes ago, we talked a little bit about Puerto Rico and their financial situation. Mm-hmm. And we discussed that. It looks like Speaker Paul Ryan and the U.S. Treasury are set to release a deal to help cash-strap Puerto Rico, which if a lot of people don't know, Puerto Rico is $436 million in debt. They can't pay back $436 some odd million right now. So we're trying to help them out, which we should, because Puerto Rico it takes pride in being like an American territory.
It's our territory. So, we got to try to make sure. Well, first of all, I'm not going to do like how we did the auto companies and these large corporation bailouts. I don't want to do a bailout. I want to show up and be like, look, what can we do to make sure this doesn't happen again? Because I'm not just going to hand you some money for you to mess this up again. We got to go in as your parent.
Right.
We got to go in as your parent. And, you go to your parents and say, look, I messed up my rent money. Can you help me? And your dad is like, son, if I give you this money, what's to stop you from, having to come back to me for some more?
Right.
So, I mean, I can help you, but I ain't helping you if you mess this up again. And that's pretty much how we're going to have to play it.
Right. Now, coming from the spot where I actually had to ask my mom to help me with collegiate rent twice, but only twice throughout my whole undergrad career. Sometimes it just don't line up, bruh. Like, sometimes it just don't line up. I'm like the most frugal guy you going to find, but sometimes it just doesn't line up. And you're like, all right, man, I'm going to have to make a decision. Is a brother going to have to go and try to take a loan? Or is a brother just going to have to go ahead and exercise his right to do the GI Bill and go to school and get paid and go to the military? I don't know. So,
I've been there quite a few times.
Yep.
And I'm so glad that I'm in a position to where I never have to do that again.
Right.
But that's a source of personal pride. Like that's I'm glad I'm in that position. That's not saying I ain't never gonna be there again.
Right.
But for right now, as far as I know, I ain't got to go back. I'm a can't go back all-star right now because
can't do it.
I just can't.
I understand, man. I ain't mad at you. I'm happy for Puerto Rico because, like as I said, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. I've been there. It's a beautiful country. Virtually everyone there is 100% bilingual. Can completely understand English and Spanish to a T.
That's awesome.
Amazing. It's amazing, dude. And of course, it's a Latin American country, so you get that additional benefit as well. The cuisine is great.
What are you trying to say?
I said the cuisine is great. The rum is very good. And it's great, man. It's great.
Mm-hmm. That ain't the part you really wanted to say that. I can see that look on your face.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's all you want to say, and you're like, man, my wife may be listening.
I can't do it. But listen, it's great.
Somebody that know my wife may be listening. My man Simpson may be listening. He gonna say,
"Hey, Simpson listening. He already know." Let me tell you. I'll tell you what that sucker did off air. But I'm just gonna say this, Simpson. Gammas. What was that? Junior year at Truman. You know what you did. And I'm looking at you, player. You know what you did. Bogus.
When I say gamma, you say gamma, punk. Gamma, punk. Gamma, punk. Gamma, punk.
But he know what he did. But yeah, he'll probably be listening soon, man. He already know. But
a school days reference for those without such
right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I already know. Yes, sir. School Days is great. Everyone needs to go watch that.
No, it's not. In hindsight, it's not very good.
It's really not. It's a commentary on a stigma that black letter organizations used to have back in the day.
Used to.
Well, kind of still do, but it depends.
Yeah.
I can't speak from any outside perspective because I've been in it since 1999. So it's hard for me to say what the current stigma of people who are outside of it has. But I know when that movie was made, that was the stigma I held at the time, not being in one. So it's a pretty good movie. I do recommend it. But speaking of Simpson, right? So as I've been saying, Scar, I drive this SUV, right? Mm-hmm. My SUV, it's a 9-year-old SUV. It's 2007, and it has 3 rows, right? I've taken very good care of it. It's about 110,000 miles right now. No issues whatsoever I've had with the vehicle, period. And it gets me a strong 19 miles a gallon. So, So knowing that, yes, and I don't know if I announced it here, but yes, I finally got some employment. It doesn't begin for a couple of months, but I know I'm hired. So praise God for that one. But I know this.
Praise him.
I'm telling you, man. I've been sustained through this whole time, but so I've been looking for something newer because even when I was working before I got let, I was like, look, man, I need something more economical. And fuel right now is at the optimal position for a consumer, right? Because oil is so low, and that drives the price of gas down. But I'm just thinking, man, if comparatively speaking, if I have a more fuel efficient vehicle, then hey, I could, this $27 I'm spending to put gas in my tank will last me a lot longer. Right? It will last me a lot longer, something that's more economical. So, that's just common sense. So I was looking at, I can't remember what I was looking at, man. I was looking at some compact vehicles like a Mazda 3, the brand new Honda Civic. I was looking at, stuff like that. That's going to get me at least 30 miles a gallon average. You know what I mean? Like at combined city highway.
Right.
And my dude Simpson, who has not had a new car since before he started college. We started college in 1999. Now think of the year we're in, or 1998. We started in the fall of 98. He had not had a new car since I guess it may have been 2000, because he got a replacement car in 2000.
I drive a 98 Corolla.
Right. Right.
So I haven't had it since then, but yeah.
Right. And so he drove an old car, and my boy Simpson, he does a lot better for himself than I do. And but he's a very, he does finance, and he's like, look, man, I'm not buying you. I'm not buying new. I can't take that depreciation hit off the lot. I'm like, hey, I understand you. So this dude, it's a keeping up with the Simpsons now instead of keeping up with the Joneses. This dude has, he gonna be mad that I say it on air, but I don't care. It's only a few people watching. He has an Audi. He bought an Audi. So this
that's face palm already.
Yeah, he got an Audi, right? So
I had no family member who came into some money and thought that buying an Audi was a good idea.
Hey man, he loves it. He hadn't had something.
That person ain't family no more, so I can talk about.
You can let it go. Okay, yeah, but the whole reason, because I was looking at something lower down there, but then we got my son. We got him like an older Acura TL, and I've always liked Acuras anyway. And so now I kind of want the Jones for like something that's like that, something more luxury vehicle, but I want something that's still going to give me good fuel economy. And I've been searching. And I was looking at the Nissan Maximas, and I was like, man, they're nice. They're real expensive. And I started looking at used ones and then everything. So I'm up in the air, but when I come back to it, it's really down between like the Mazda 6, a Honda Accord, and maybe a used Maxima. We'll see.
I have been crushing. Like I'm not a car guy.
I am.
Like I don't need my car to be anything other than a machine to get me from point A to B. I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna be all about his car and washing it all the time and doing all of this stuff. I'm not that guy. Mm-hmm. But a few years ago, I rented a car to go to Boston. This is before the PAXs, but this is when I had in-laws up there. But I rented a Mazda 5, and it's the little hatchback looking like ones.
Yeah,
and that thing was so awesome. It was so freaking awesome. And if I had the money right now to buy almost any car I want, I would totally buy one of those because that thing was freaking awesome. Holy crap, was that an awesome little car. The back door slide like a little minivan. And the one we rented, it actually you can convert the trunk into a third row if you need to. Man, that thing was dope. And I really wish I could. Huh?
Was that the Mazda MPV? Because
that's the 5. I'm talking about the 5. It looked like a small MPV.
Okay.
Mazda. But that thing was dopeness. And it got me from here. The fuel economy is so great. It got me from Newport News to New Jersey. And I still had a quarter of tank left, dog.
What?
I still have a quarter of a tank left. Dog, do you understand how crazy that is? I went from here to New Jersey. I stopped on the turnpike because I was hungry. And that's when I realized never get gas in Jersey. Holy crap, never get gas in Jersey.
You can't pump your own gas.
You can't pump your own gas, and like an idiot, like when you get service, like I gave the guy a tip, and he was just like, "All right, then," and I didn't know I wasn't supposed to give him a tip.
Yep,
because they went ahead and rounded it up.
See,
they rounded it up, and I gave him a tip, and he didn't say a word. He didn't even say I wasn't supposed to do that. He was just like, "All right, then."
He's like, "All right, then, player. All right, all right."
Yeah, he gave me an all right, then, player. I gave him like $5. It's a bull. But let me tell you, that 5 was awesome. Let me tell you what's not awesome. what is that joint called? The one that looked like a PT Cruiser, was that HHR or something like that?
Now, not tread lightly, because that's what wheel drives.
It's the Chevy. Well, first of all, somebody made the idea of making the window smaller.
The window
and the windshield. It's shorter, and I'm 5'11", 6 foot tall.
Okay.
I'm 6 foot tall, and like every time I pull up to a light, I couldn't see the light, dog. I had to like go like this so I could see the light. If I'm first or second, I couldn't see the light up there, and I kept having to go like this because they made the window smaller, so there wasn't enough window for me to see the light. It didn't make no sense. It just didn't make no sense. It just didn't make no sense at all. It was just the worst. So that was bad. And then I rented a couple cars. I will say, I rented a car to go to Baltimore one time last year, and it was a newer Focus, I believe it was. And that was freaking awesome. That was freaking awesome. Me personally, I'm simple. Like, I used to have a Focus, and that thing was the dopeness. I loved that car. Like, nothing but great reviews, dog, for real. I test drove a few years ago. My car broke down, and it needed some serious repairs. But my credit is shot, so I went looking at cars, and what they wanted for those cars, it was just like, come on, buddy. Like, you really want me to pay? Like, yo, let me tell you, my credit is so bad. This place wanted me to pay $365 a month for a Chevy Spark.
What? Goodness.
That's how bad my credit is. My credit is so bad, I'm not sure if they would take my cash. Like, that's...
So what interest rate do you look at when they because mine used to be really bad too, but thankfully, I've been on some things over the years and stuff.
I have issues with my student loan.
Okay.
That is the only thing that's the only thing that's really on my credit report that's like, that's bad. But I have student loan issues.
Okay. Hey man, do you know the average? I heard this stat, I think it was a couple of months ago. Do you know the average amount of student debt upon graduation?
What's that?
Like $46,000?
Mine's 30, and I have an associate's degree, dog.
Man, do you know when I graduated,
and I got the wrong associate's degree, dog. Like that's what makes it even worse.
It's stupid. He said he got the wrong one, man.
I got the wrong damn degree. Like, I ain't about to go back into this, but basically, I went to a tech school. I went to ECPI. They're ECPI University now. Fuck them. I was on a track for networking.
Okay.
And I had to take a break. And when I came back, they were like, "Oh yeah, we changed." And I was halfway through. I had to take a break because I ran out of money, so I had to go to work. To get some money to pay these bills. So when I came back, they were like, "Oh yeah, we don't offer the networking like it was before. You were in the last group to do that." So we got two groups now. We have IT, which is what you really want to do, and we have computer applications, which is basically you would really know Microsoft Office very well. Right. So they said, basically you were taking all of your prerequisite classes and all of that other stuff. So all of your credits that you have transfer to applications. Only 3 go to IT, and it's going to cost you this much $1,000 more. Yeah. So I was just like, well, I guess.
They framed that a different way, man. Like, it was bogus.
I guess I got to go with applications. So basically, I went to learn IT stuff. I ended up knowing Microsoft Office really well.
Right.
And I probably should be a teacher, but I couldn't afford the test because at the test, at the time, like, I'm broke. Like, I'm thinking that this degree is going to help me, but I ended up with the wrong degree. So in order to take the test, you have to take all of them separate. You have to take Word Excel, PowerPoint, Access. Like you have to take them all separately. And through the school, I got half off, but it was still $75 a test. I ain't $75 a test.
Dang, man. Goodness.
Man, it was rough going. It was like 2001, dog. I was broke as a joke.
Yeah, man. I remember going through school, man, just like, okay, so I'm already working 20 hours a week off campus at McDonald's to get money because that's what I was doing. I had a couple of frat brothers working there, so it is what it is. I was there. And I never took less than 15 hours per semester in school. Some semesters I took 17 hours. And to top that off, I was also president of the fraternity.
Wait, didn't you just contradict yourself?
What?
No, you said you never took less than 15.
I never took less than 15.
Okay, you said less than, not more than. I messed that up. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah. So I never took less than 15 hours some semesters, and I was fraternity president for 2 years so far. The second half of my sophomore year, my freshman year, that wasn't that bad. All my sophomore year, all my junior year, I was president, and my senior year, I was service. I was like, what was the service?
So what's your fraternity name?
Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
No, your name in the fraternity.
Oh, Iron Man.
Iron Man. Okay. My cuz, his name is he was number 9 in his group. So they call him Ass Psi 9.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Ass Psi 9. Oh, that's great. That's great. You know, that's one of my favorite words too. That's awesome. That's great. But no, but yeah, man. So I know about the debt. I know about having to go through and pay, man. And thankfully, when I went to school, I had a full ride. Now I didn't. My ride decreased over the years because of just the schedule I constructed for myself. But when I graduated, I think I had about $4,000 in debt, and I ended up paying it as I was going through my MBA program. Because when you go through a master's program, you can defer your student loans, which means it doesn't accumulate interest, but you can continue to pay. And I was working and going to school, so I was just continuing to pay. So by the time I graduated my master's program, I had zero debt. So yeah, man. And I want to correct my numbers. It says here the average class of 2015 graduate with student loan debt would have to pay back a little more than $35,000. I'm sorry, man. $35,000 is a lot of money to pay back.
That's a whole lot of money,
dude. That is a lot of Skrilla. Like, man,
that is a whole lot. Like, not even a whole lot. That's a whole lot.
Man.
That's a whole lot. All right, so it's 47. Do you want to get to the chat? I know.
Yeah, let's get to it. Because Heathen was in here. He was talking to us. He said he needs an Xbox One to finally put the 360 to rest and play with me and you. And he said maybe one day. But hey, man, Heathen, I'll tell you, the Xbox One just went to $299. It might even drop cheaper if they come out with a rumored slim console. So, man, it's getting there. It really is.
Well, I have a PlayStation 4 already.
see.
I mean, I wouldn't. That's not saying that I've played anything on it lately, except for a couple months ago I played a little bit of 2K. I am going to try to play some Tropical 5 on it, even though I have Tropical 5 for PC already. But I'm going to play some Tropical 5 on it. If I play through it and I start really getting into it, I might do some live streams. I really need to set aside some time to do some live streams. This is ridiculous. It's my fault, and it sucks that I can't get this done right. But I'm totally going to do this. I am getting 2 TVs for my room, and I am going to live stream because I'm gonna live stream through the alpha instead of going a different way.
Oh, I understand. So let me ask you
instead of my laptop, I'm gonna try and live stream through the alpha.
So 2 TVs, one of those gonna be 4K?
No, I ain't getting no 4K.
Oh man, come on.
I don't even really care about 1080p. Why do I care about 4K? Like, 720 is just fine. There is absolutely nothing wrong with 720p. Look, most people visually can't tell the difference between 720 and 1080. Like, let's think about that. Like, the same people who can't tell the difference between 720 and 1080 are now clamoring for 4K. bruh, you can't see it. You can't see it. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. You can't tell the difference. Please stop this. Like, this resolution stuff, especially with this generation, has gotten way out of control. Way out of control.
Now, see, normally I would agree with you in that, 720 to 1080, there really isn't much of a difference. But, man, from 1080 to 4K, I could tell the difference in a heartbeat. And I guess that's just because I'm a technophile, but I can tell the difference. But that's it, though. 1080 to 720 to 1080, no, you ain't catching your boy. But in frames, I could tell the difference in anything that's like sub 30 up to about 45. I could tell the difference. After 45, I can't tell the difference. I can't tell you what's 45, what's 52, what's 69. I can't tell you the difference at that point.
Right.
But yeah, like as far as 4K, I can see it though. Like it is just because the colors are much more vibrant, and man, it just looks way smoother than HD than 1080p. If there's a way I could say it. So
come on, buddy.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, I walk in Sam's and watch them all the time, dude. I walk by. Hey, and just so you guys know, do not buy TVs right now. Like it is the worst time. Wait till Memorial Day. Wait till Memorial Day sales. And I was in Sam's. And I think I sent you guys something about it in the chat, Scar, about this 55-inch Vizio or whatever that was a 4K TV, and it was like $698. It's like $755 now, and I'm like, it's the same TV.
Bro, I got excited when I saw an off-brand 50-inch TV in Walmart for $269. I don't care. Like, I got a penny. I got a penny plasma behind me. I ain't really that picky. Like I want an LED. That's where I'm going next. I'm going LED. Because I want some more brightness. Because I got issues depending on the game. I got issues with darkness in this. Because some of the stuff is like way dark. Like you try to play some Killzone or something like that. In parts.
No, why would you try to play Killzone?
No, I would never do it. Okay. I'm just saying, when I did, I used that TV. It wasn't necessarily. I mean, I still own Killzone. I bought it because it was the only thing I could really get for the PlayStation at the time. So I own Killzone. I ain't never gonna play it again. But yeah. But certain games that have dark sections is really hard because that thing gets really, really dark.
Yeah. And Wicked Heathen just said, now he did play on you with the PS. He played with you on the PS4, but he said you ain't got Taken King on that, so he ain't gonna be able to do it.
No, because I got it for free on Xbox. Why would I buy it again? Like, right. I'm not in the habit of buying games I already own. I don't want to do that no more. I did it. Look, last time I did
3 copies of Brink. Last
time I did it, look, that was an accident.
Okay, keep telling yourself that. I.
No, that was an accident. Do I still have 2 copies? Yes, I still have 2 copies left, and I gave one to Scott. But that was an accident. For anyone who doesn't know the Brink story, sometimes you got to bring some stuff back. So, GameFly was having a sale. I bought Brink on PS3. Mm-hmm. A couple days later, they had the same sale, but on Xbox. Mm-hmm. So, I just bought it on Xbox. I had, it was really cheap. I bought it. So it took a little long to come in. So I contacted them and I was like, hey, I ain't got my game yet. What do we do? And so they sent me another one. And like 2 days after I contacted them, I got the original copy. Mm-hmm. So I get them both. So I had 3 copies of Brink. So I had 3 copies of Brink. I sent one to Scott. We played some Brink. Brink is awesome as long as you're all on the same team. Yeah. You play against the computer, Brink is awesome. By yourself, not so much because your computer teammates do not do the objectives at all. It's all up to you. Right.
Now, I'll say this. Now, Awakened Heathen, even though he didn't play Brink, he's talking about the FPSs and everything. He's talking about the TVs and the colors. You're talking about you want an LED. And he said what he can tell, the things that he can tell, we were discussing the differences between 720 and 1080. And he said FPS is the real kicker. And I completely agree with him, man, because FPS, you could tell. That's how I feel a game is like truly made. Like on PC, I can look at a game and see, because if those frames are a lot higher, then you're like, okay, they playing that on PC. Like you can tell. But he's saying that what you can tell is a color, like true black versus a gray black. That's the difference that you could tell. So you get a lot of colors with LEDs, and he loves LEDs. But he's talking about the Taken King. He said that he said, since you got the Taken King for free on the Xbox One, you got the money to spend it on the PS4, man. You should jump in there with him, because you're gonna have a lot of people playing.
No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm fine. Your boy Pimp wants me to play.
That's what I'm about to say.
He's about that life. But we play quite a bit on Xbox. Now that he got some friends on Xbox that he plays with. He actually, him and Awakened Heathen, there was just a video Awakened Heathen just put out from one of his live streams of them playing. So they still play. I ain't really about that Destiny life, dog. I enjoy what I was playing of the game. I enjoy the story stuff. I ain't really out here trying to do no raids. And I ain't really out here, I mean, strikes are cool, but I ain't trying to play no multiplayer. I don't care about them. Look, for my gaming sensibilities as it is right now, I care zero about multiplayer in any game. There is not one game that I care about playing multiplayer in against other humans. I care about co-op, but there is not one game that I care about versus multiplayer in. Not one.
Well, I mean, I can understand that. I am more of a co-op guy myself, so I'm not upset at all.
Yet you don't like Borderlands.
Because Borderlands, man, you know how many times I fell asleep on Borderlands? Okay. Son.
Don't
I passed out on Borderlands like 4 times.
It don't look good on your face, though.
I'm just saying.
That don't look good on your face, man. Take that hit off your face.
Ain't no hate, dog. Ain't no hate.
Take that hit off your face.
Like I said, I'm glad you like it. I don't like it, but it is what it is. You got any final thoughts before we get up out of here, man?
Man, let me tell you what happened to me yesterday.
Okay.
All right, so I stayed a little bit after to help this lady, and there was a guy with her, and I'm gonna use some language I probably shouldn't use a lot, but you'll understand it when I get there. So I helped her out. I stayed after work, and I helped her out. I rented her a unit because she was on her way from Norfolk, which is on the other side of the bay. So I stayed back and I rented her the unit. And while I'm renting her the unit, the guy that drove her goes to his car and comes back, and he sits a bottle of oil. You know, the oils, the scented oils.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the little things with the roll-on under it. Like, so he brought me one of those, and he said thank you for helping him out and all that other stuff, right? So for staying and waiting and all that other stuff. So I'm like, cool. So and so I ended up being nicer to her and giving her a special I wasn't supposed to do. But I needed to move in. She needed a place to move her stuff. So I offered her the special. So after they went back to put the stuff from the car into the unit, on the way out, he stops the car. And I'm still in the office at this point because I'm finishing up stuff. And so he walks back in. He has another bottle in his hand. And so he says, oh yeah, and he goes into his, the old guy,
the sales pitch, yeah,
he was like, this is some, Egyptian musk or something like that. It's something musk, and he was like, yeah, this came from Mecca and all of this other stuff. So it's a different kind of bottle. So he unscrews the bottle and puts a little bit on my hand. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm getting ready to say. It just smells like nigga who sells oils. Like you know every person that you know of that sells oils smells like this. Right. And it's really strong. I helped this one dude a long time ago. He was an oil salesman, and it was all on his money. And I smelled that stuff all day long. It just got on my nerves. I had to take it out of the drawer, put it in the envelope, put it in the back closet until I was ready to count out for the day.
Man,
but see, he put it on my hand so I could smell it.
Mm-hmm.
So I smelled it and I was like, okay, it just smells like a nigga who sells oils. I was like, all right, thank you. He gave it to me. All right, cool. So in order for me to get the oil off my hand, I kind of rub it on my other hand.
Mm-hmm. White.
Bruh, it took me until 3 o'clock today. This was like 6 o'clock yesterday. Out of all of the times that I washed my hands, it took about 3 o'clock today to get that nigga who smells like oil smell off my hands, dog.
What do they use in there? Are they putting herbs in extra virgin olive oil or something, dog?
I don't know. Like he's doing some Coming to America roots and berries or something like that. I could not get that stuff off my hands. And I washed my hands I don't know how many times, just over and over again. It took me just washing my hands over and over again.
Oh, man.
Hand sanitizer. It took all that to get that off my hands, though.
Man, that oil, I don't mess with oil, man. I do not mess with oil.
I got some that are pretty good. I used to have a customer that sold them, and I got a couple that are pretty dope. But yeah, but
the oils.
I ain't about to do nothing with this musk, dog. I ain't about to do nothing with this musk because I am not trying. Because look, if I put the musk on and I go to the store, as soon as I walk past somebody that know what they talking about, they be like, "Oh, you sell oils?" Because I smell like a nigga who sells oils.
Hey man, I've made it a point in life to just never buy anything that has the word musk in it. It's better for everybody involved. Like it's better for everybody involved.
Musk doesn't sound like something that should smell good.
No, it's too close to the word must. And I know what that smells like. I don't need musk anywhere near or on my person. So that's how I feel about that. But hey man, as a good story, thank you for sharing. I'm sorry it took you so long to get that smell off your hands.
Yesterday I finally watched Antman.
Did you like it?
Yes, I did quite a bit.
Very funny, right? Like it takes you by surprise, man.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised how well I liked it, given that I don't like the bad guy. Yeah, because I didn't like him from House of Cards.
Okay,
he plays in House of Cards, and he's a crappy politician in House of Cards.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was done really well, man. I just think Ant-Man was a surprise. It was really good, and I look forward to more Ant-Man in the MCU. I really do.
Yeah, I do. It was awesome, and so I got that. There's a couple movies that I need to watch. I need to go back on the X-Men movies. I've seen First Class. I haven't seen the ones after First Class.
It's just Days of Future Past after First Class. It's just one.
Sure?
Yep.
That's all. I thought it was two.
The only other second one is Apocalypse that comes out the 27th. That's it.
Oh crap! I thought it was two. My bad.
Yeah, Days of Future. If you want to count Wolverine, but it doesn't count.
I seen the bastardized versions of Origin, the one with the crappy Deadpool.
Yeah, it's terrible. Well, it was a great Deadpool until the end. I mean, yeah.
I saw a video where they tried to say that Deadpool is better than the Deadpool that we got, and I'm like. Probably has more. He has more powers and stuff, but no,
son.
Deadpool ain't nothing without his mouth.
Exactly. Like, I don't understand that. That's like making Deadshot not shoot anything. That's like making him fist fight.
Yeah, it's like the next time somebody pitch another Deadpool movie, the first question you should ask is, "What that mouth do?" Holla at your boy. Go ahead,
Let's go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to Facetious. You guys can find us everywhere. All the information to contact me and Mike are in the show notes, so please check them out. If you're listening to the audio and you're not looking at the show notes, Mike is Scarfinger on Twitter. He is Scarfinger Hoodrich on Google+. You can find him in the GeeksGone Raw group and Dream Team group and Scarcasm Live group, all on Google+. And he's Scarfinger36 on YouTube. And you can email him, the.scarfinger@gmail.com. Get at your boy. And I am L. Asbury on YouTube and Twitter, Larry Asbury Jr. on Google+, Facebook, and that's my email, LarryAsburyJR@openforumradio.com. And I am Bluemanrule on every gaming network possible. That's it. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. Also, you can still leave a voice message for us.
Awaken Heathen, I played the prison, and I did it once, and it was okay. It wasn't so great because my weapons weren't that awesome.
Right. Again, I'm not a Destiny.
I play. No, he put it that he loves the prison. But I played it. I played a level 41 Priz, and me, Pimp, and a random dude played. And it was cool, but we barely made it out of there. So
it's like we struggled. And at some point we'll have to talk about the division and the changes they've made. But for now, this is gonna wrap up. I do want to give a couple of shout outs.
Cut the rope, dog.
Let me get a shout out real quick. Hey man, this weekend is the Memorial Mason Sims tournament for all the Warriors. It's the tournament. It starts on the 21st. Get out there, get signed up. I will probably just end up sponsoring someone since I won't even be in town. But many shouts and prayers go out to the Sims family and get participated in the contest if you can. And that's about it. Thank you so much for listening and watching to Facetious number 23. We'll be back in your ear again next week. Deuces.
Peace.